Access to fresh produce is so important. It certainly helps when working to live healthier lifestyles. Our Andrea Williams has been hanging out at Alice's Garden and joins us once again with a look at what makes this community garden so special.
Well, Simone, as you said, I'm here at Alice's Garden. And I'm not only surrounded by this fresh, nutritious food, there's also these amazing herbs and flowers. And I think after watching this story, you'll have an even better idea of why Alice's Garden is so important to this community. Community gardens can help increase food security, improve public health, and even reduce crime rates. Alice's Garden Urban Farms has been making a difference in this Milwaukee neighborhood near 21st and Garfield since 1972.
This is year 50 for this piece of land. It really is about inviting people to slow down, to reconnect again with their bodies through healthy nourishment, to reconnect with people who you would never meet if you weren't coming into the space to grow food.
There are 100 16 by 16 plots at Alice's Garden, and those plots are rented to members of the community, families, and organizations for just $30 a year.
Because when you grow, you realize the abundance of what a 16 by 16 plot can produce, what it can produce, what we can preserve, what we can share with our neighbors, and what we learn from one another.
Meeting and learning from neighbors is definitely a plus, but there are also the concerns about inflation and overall health.
The money that we're spending and wasting on what we consider to be convenient, we can really invest, number one, in farmers. So we're investing in the people who have taken the time to cultivate that, but more importantly, we're investing in our own health.
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, fruits and vegetables costing $20 in the year 1935 would cost $602.56 in 2022 for an equivalent purchase. Eugene Bivens lives in a nearby apartment and has been growing his own food at Alice's Garden for about 7 years.
What made me start gardening was high blood pressure. I had high blood pressure. And when I went to the store to buy like a lot of fruits and vegetables, they were very expensive. So I was figuring at that time I could grow my own. So that's actually what got me gardening.
He says he lost over 30 pounds and his blood pressure has dropped dramatically. Eugene is also happy to share his produce with family and friends free of charge.
I grow everything that I possibly can. I have beautiful cabbages, as you can see, they're big here.
Yeah.
I have Swiss chard, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, which are one of my favorites.
Visiting Alice's Garden is a great reminder that when you're growing your own food, you are in control of every step of the growing process, from seed selection, soil and pest management, all the way to harvesting and composting.
When people talk about these deeply rooted health issues, we have to address that in mass production, that there are so many genetically modified organisms and chemicals that are going into not just the produce itself, but into the soil.
On any given day, you'll find volunteers and plenty of activities at Alice's Garden, but most of all, you'll find a love for nature, community, and gardening.
Take a bite. Take a bite. Just take a bite. There is nothing like a tomato from Mom. Yeah, that is incredible.
Hey there, Simone. So don't worry, I'm not going to forget about you. I've had a chance to taste everything, and I'm going to grab you some beans and greens and tomatoes and potatoes. You name it. I got you, girl.
I was going to say it at the same time you did, but they didn't have my mic open. So that's the only reason why I wasn't hanging with you on that one. But you know I would have had you. But no, such a good point, Andrea. I did want to mention, I feel like a lot of people don't go the fresh produce route because they don't have the access to community gardens. So it's so true what Venus was saying. I totally agree with her.
Absolutely. A lot of pop-up gardens as well. So keep your eyes and ears open and we'll keep you up to date for sure.
All right, Andrea, great story. Thanks.